here with our 2023 featured florist, Donald Yim. He is doing all the flowering designs in our new catalog. So that's spring 2023 and fall and holiday 2023 as well. We'll also be doing some other little Instagram and social media inspiration videos for you. So to start, I'd like to introduce you to Donald.
Hi, everyone. My name is Donald Yim. I am currently in Vancouver, BC, and I lived there for like 30 years almost. And my name is Donald Yim, AIFD. And I was in the industry for 34 years. And my floral journey just started when I was 16, delivery boy with my sister and my sister flower shops. So, and then after that, I take some classes and start to doing more design, and I just love it. I still loving it until today.
Yeah, you've got an interesting story there. I know, like you mentioned right there, you were delivery boy at your sister's flower shop. Can you just elaborate on that a little bit more for our viewers?
Yes, yes.
Like, especially in Hong Kong, and I don't know if a lot of our viewers know what that entails.
Of course. In Hong Kong, everybody knows it's a really busy city. So everything is high-rise building, almost like downtown everywhere. And they need a delivery boy at every flower shop. They have a delivery driver, so the delivery boy will pick up the flowers and go up to the building and then deliver the flowers. So I was one of those people. So it's funny you ask, because a lot of people don't know me. When I was little kids, I suffered by ADD, so I never do good at school. So so my sister opened a flower shop. She said, "Hey, come work for me and don't get trouble on the street." So I was like, okay. I don't know why I say yes, but it's a funny story. We'll party at the nighttime, and then at the daytime, I would sleep at the car. And then the delivery driver will say, "Hey, Donald, wake up, delivery flowers." So I was one of those people, when you're a teenager, you do stupid things. So I'm one of those people. So, but after that, I kind of, my sister teach me stuff, and I take some classes, and finally I like it. When you're a teenager, you have nothing to do, you start trouble. But when you find your passion, that when you like, I like my flowers, I like fall design, so that's why I keep doing it until today.
Well, so it's really cool. So like most of us, like, you didn't know too much about flowers when you started as a delivery boy, then? You just kind of
no, nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. I want to share a story with you. Like one time I was helping my sister, my first job, actually, my first flower shop job. And she asked me to go to one of the restaurants, put little flowers and little green for bud vases. And then she asked me to clean up the bud vases, clean up the roses and make sure it's clean. And I clean up everything. So it ended up to be just only one head of the flowers. It's no green, because I don't know nothing about flowers. So when she come back, she's like, "What just happened? I told you to clean up, not take it all the leaf off." And then it's so ugly. And then my sister, I still remember how my sister yelling at me at my back. It's a funny story at all. So I still talk about it when I saw my sister. "Do you remember you yelling at me?"
That's funny. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. I know, like, even like, I don't know as much as anything close to you, but I mean, like when someone says clean the flower, like, "Oh, okay, take all the foliage off."
Clean up. I don't know when I teenagers. So until today, I was like, I still remember how to clean up the roses when Valentine's Day. It's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get your start somewhere, right? And you've done really well with it. So, like, just kind of bouncing off that, like, when did you figure flowers were something that you can make a career out of?
At first, I don't know. I just basically for first 20 years of first 10 years of my career, basically I just want to make a living. It's just earn money as a job. So, but flower is funny things. Flower design is a funny career. So more you know, more you like it. It's almost like addicted to it because you will find new technique, new style. Every day is different. Work with different flowers, and I like that. So that's why I keep doing it until right now I become Smith Oasis floral design team.
Like, how did you end up in Vancouver? Like, why did you choose it? And like, how has Vancouver impacted your floral career?
This is really good questions. In 1993 or 94, I can't remember the really exact date, we came to Vancouver for vacation, family vacation. And we fell in love with BC, of course. They have mountain, they have river, they have ocean. Everything is like 45 minutes to half an hour. You can get there, you can hiking in half an hour. Locations. So I love it. Our family love it. So we immigrant to in 1995. Like something like that so we come here for like right now it's almost 30 years already. So it's beautiful. BC, British Columbia is beautiful, as you know. So we fell in love in it, and the weather is really nice. And the other thing is how to impact my career. Oh my God, you never. I met so many talented people in Vancouver, for designer in Vancouver. And also, I learned so much from this industry in Vancouver because they have so many flowers. The habit is different. They buy flowers because they like flowers, people in here. And also, my first design solo show with Neville McLean in Forest Supply. Like my first show, Laurie, your boss, hired me. And I remember I couldn't talk at all. So the other designer talk a lot and I just keep doing things. But I learned so much. And Forest Supply been give me so much opportunity from the first day of my show career. So I'm grateful and I'm so happy I was in Vancouver. I don't know what's gonna happen if I just in Asia, and I don't think I will be like today, Donald.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
That's cool that we were able to give you kind of that boost.
Yeah. Give me the opportunity to explore. Yeah.
Good. What was that first opportunity like then? Like, was that eye-opening?
Oh my God, eyes opening. I remember Laurie called me and he said, "Hey, I need you to be a feature designer for the show. You work with another designer." And he said, "I need 50 pieces." And I was like, "What? What? 50 pieces?" And I thought, it's a lot of 50 pieces. So he said basic is 50 pieces. So when you're doing a show for 2 days, you have to pump out 50 pieces for designer to start is a lot. It's crazy. I was like almost pee my pants. Sorry, I didn't mean that way, but you know what I mean. So, but I was managed to do it. And right now I can do a show, make 80 pieces, no problem. But you guys give me the opportunity to eyes open how to make arrangements fast. I thought I was fast before, 10-minute arrangement, no problem. But you have to do arrangement is creative and it's the selling point, and also it's beautiful, not just only making round. You make round arrangement for 5 minutes, no problem. But how can you make 50 arrangement look different? That is the skill.
Yeah. So like as a beginner florist, like how did you manage that then? Like you were saying, like you were basically like stressed out or like how am I going to make these kinds of arrangements? Like how did you go about that and how did you like
Basically, I just do some more sketches. My sketches is really bad when I first start. Like I do sketches and you don't need to show anyone. You just need to show yourself, remember what technique you want to show. And then I remember working with Neville. He was doing like this, beautiful. And I was like, he makes 3 arrangements. I was making 1. So So I was like, oh my God, I have to learn how to do faster. But some of the technique, I do it too detailed and nobody can see on the show. So I learned how to do sellable items and also creative at the same time as not just only Donald can do. So how can more related to the audience? So that is more how I manage to come over, you know. Yeah, yeah. It's really hard. It's really hard. Experience.
yeah,
Practice.
experience. So like an experience like that. So like you probably learned off of people like Neville, like
Yes.
different techniques and how to perform faster, right?
Yes. He is
And
a great
that's
guy.
floral designer, right?
Yeah, yeah. He is a phenomenal designer. Yeah. So, but I learned so much from him by just working beside him.
But
Yeah.
like as a florist, like would you recommend going to different workshops, different like
Of course, workshop is one of the almost like a retreat for yourself. Is every day you're working in a flower shop, everybody tell you what to do. Like your customer, your boss, or your partner, whatever the other people tell you what to do. At the workshop, you learn new technique. You can show people what you like. So I find it's retreat, workshop, going to the show, sometimes going to volunteer at the back of the stage and helping people, helping the designer to do things, or just volunteer to be helping, to be assistant. So that will be one of the things I highly recommend people do it. I do it all the time. Even right now, I do it all the time.
so
Yeah, because
you're still learning.
you still learn so much, because even when the new designer, they have only 5-year experience or 2-year experience. Some of the new trick they do, I learn.
Mhm.
It's no matter how many year experience you have, you don't know it all. You don't.
Like it doesn't matter if you're beginner, intermediate, advanced designer, like it's always good to keep your eyes open, your eyes peeled,
Yes.
and just learn from your peers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to go back, I know you said you were peeing your pants a bit. I guess that kind of brings out your sense of humor, I think. I don't know, people who haven't met you, and maybe see you on the cover, you have this like serious look sometimes, like you have like your designer look, but you're actually like a very fun, easygoing person. You have good humor. Have you always been like that?
Yes, I've always been like this. We're working with beautiful flowers, beautiful environments. Not so serious. You don't need to be serious. Of course, when I'm teaching, I'll be serious, because it's a serious matter, because I want you to learn as much as you can to bring it home. So that is the serious subject I want to tell you. But after that, you have fun. It's like little kids. If you don't have fun, you don't learn, and you don't create beautiful things. Because if you're so stressful, for example, if you're so stressful that day, your arrangement will be so tight, so not relaxed. But when you're happy, your arrangement will look beautiful, because it reflects your personality in your arrangement.
Oh, wow. I never thought about that. So like your mood can really like
Yes.
affect how your arrangement feels and like the aesthetic you're giving off.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an energy. What we do, everything we do is an energy. Mm-hmm. You create your arrangement, you deliver your energy to your customer. So if you're happy, you like what you do, everything looks beautiful.
So like an arrangement is almost kind of a reflection of yourself.
Yes, 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 yes.
Cool. based on what the customer wants for you.
Yes, of course, of course. You can't just do whatever you want, but so that's why we do workshop and retreat. So you can do something you like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as you mentioned, you are AIFD certified floral designer. I think that's one of 34 in Canada.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that process, like what it was like and steps you took to gain that?
AIFD is American Institute of Floral Design Association. So they are based on America, but a lot of Canadian will join them because they are good at North America. So basically, their organization give a lot of opportunity and education for the floral industry. Whoever like to become a floral designer, become a shop owner, become an educator. So they have a lot of, if you want to take a look on their website, AIFD.org is their website. They have workshop every month now and then. So also they have we call symposium, like a conference, every year in different city. So last year is in Las Vegas, and this year will be in Chicago. So they jump to different city to create a symposium so everybody can come and join us. I have to tell you, AIFD become AIFD or even go to see AIFD is the best thing happen in my career. Because I learned so much. I work at the back room. It's just picking up bucket, clean up the flowers, and helping the industry to organization to educate everyone, to share experience. So if you want to become AIFD, you have to take a test, take accreditations, and I believe is 4 hours to do 5 categories. I highly recommend people even just go there and see it. So when you have to be about average for your test to become AIFD. So you can't just do everyday arrangement because they're looking for creativity. They're looking for a technique. They're looking for principle and elements of floral design. So if you don't know those things, I highly recommend if you want to take some classes and a different school, go online. They have classes online at AIFD too to show you what they're looking for. So it's the best things. They give you a lot of opportunity because all the big company, all the floral designer, all the in every areas in their town, if they're good designer, they will go there to share experience. So you learn a lot from just talking to people. Yeah.
That's really cool. So you said like they should just go see it. If people just go down and see.
Yeah. So of course you have to pay a little bit entrance fee. So so every day you can choose just only by one day.
Okay.
Yeah, just go there one day, or if you want to go the whole week, it will be education, package or something. More information is in AIFD.org if you want to look at it. They will, you can always email them if you want to know more. But I highly recommend people to get the accreditations because it will open another door for you for your career.
That's kind of good segue into like for decades or for a couple of years, you were creative director for a local floral shop in West Vancouver. That's correct, right? West Vancouver.
Yes.
So how has your day-to-day changed to leave retail to focus on design? And what do you miss about retail floristry?
I still like doing everyday retail flower shop because you can practice a lot, But one of the thing is I'm working in a really busy flower shop before. Okay, so we're talking about 5-minute arrangement, 10-minute arrangement. Sometimes I have to describe it's almost like the bullets go through a pudding. The bullet won't taste anything about the pudding. So it means like I can do 5 minute arrangement, but I don't have time to slow down and take a look and say, okay, we still do custom make. Every single one is custom make. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes you just keep, like I said before, the customer keep telling you what they want, the boss tell you what they want, and you don't have time to slow down and see, hey, maybe I try this technique, maybe I try this, maybe I try that. So what for right now, if I'm not working at the retail shops, I have more time to think about the technique, think about the what I'm doing, how can I help the industry, how can I using different technique to show off my style. So that is the more like I get more inspiration for myself, and I'm happy. Yeah.
Cool. Just like, I guess for someone who's new to the floral industry, they might think like a floral shop's more of a relaxing job. It's more, playing with flowers,
Yeah, when I
going
retire, I want to
together.
buy a flower shops, and then like I will be so happy and sipping
Yeah.
tea. No, you have no time to sipping tea.
Yeah, like what's your like reality check for people who think that like it's not
um,
like that at all at some shops, right?
yes. I would recommend if you want to go into the industry, I recommend you to maybe work at a flower shop for part-time and just learn the mistake they make or and also experience they have, and then find out is it the job you want, because sometimes if you have full bucket of roses and have water inside, it's really heavy, the bucket, so can hurt your hands and hurt your back. It's not an easy job. Some people think it's so relaxed. It's not a relaxed job. You have to worry about payment. You have to do answer the phone. You have to do the design. You have to take the orders. You have to do the paperwork. You have to do your social media. You have to do all these things. But it's manageable if you know how to do it. So if you don't know all these things and then walk in to say, hey, I'm going to open a flower shop, no, you can't do this. You will be burned out so fast. And you have to be more prepared to do some more research and how to become a better designer, better shop owner, how can you promote your business and that kind of things. I would say reality check is do your research first.
Yeah, so like on that side of things, you're not also creative at making designs, you're not also a talented designer, you also seem like you have the management side down as well. So you've worked in various roles in the industry, from creative director at a local floral business to design director with Smithers Oasis North America, and now also your education specialist at Florology Institute.
Yes.
Can you just explain maybe just a high level overview of like what your favorite parts about each of these roles have been, or like
Of
what your
course.
favorite role has been overall, maybe?
I love it. I love to teach. I love to share. And I love to show tips and tricks to people. It's just my passion. It's really great. And I learn because it's not just teaching, it's not just only you give. Teaching is you learn from your student too. You learn from your friends. You learn from the people who you teach. So that's why I love teaching, because sometimes they will ask me some question I will never think of, and I have to figure it out. So that is the beauty of teaching, because I need to figure it out on the spot if they ask me questions. So it really train yourself to be a better designer, a better educator at the same time. So I love what I do. Yeah.
So based on that, like what has your most memorable moment been working in the industry?
I have so many of the memorable um, experience I love this industry. I love fall industry. Nice people. I met some nicest people, but if I need to choose one, I have to say in 2019, it's an incredible year for my foreign career. Um, I went to I have two things actually. One is I went to China for biggest competition in China, World Flower competitions. 33 contestants, 32 country. I become fifth. It's one of the biggest competitions. The pieces, each pieces is 7 feet tall and 8 feet wide. Each pieces. So I had to do 3 pieces to the first stage. And then I've come to the final. We had to do open package, or I mean supplies package. And to become at the final, I become the fifth. Is just incredible. The experience, I went to Beijing to do that competitions. It's 3 days competitions, and it's like the hardest things I've never done. Like you do 50 arrangement in a show, nothing. Compared to you have to do 8 feet tall arrangement in 2 hours.
Sounds like a lot of hard work.
Like basically, I was just like,
Yeah.
like this. Like you have no time to think. So all your experience in that 2.5 hours come up. You have to figure it out.
Yeah.
So
rely on what you've learned throughout the 30
it's
years.
hard for your body, hard for your mind. Basically, it's like after the competition, you feel like I'm gonna die.
But worth it though, it sounds like.
Worth it. I learned so much from that experience. I know my weakness. I know my strength. I know all these things of as a designer. How can I fix it? How can I become better designer? That is the competitions will give you that boost.
Well, based on all like these different experiences that you had, this competitions, working in a flower shop, working as a director, what advice would you give to yourself 30 years ago when you were just starting as a floral designer?
I would say nothing. Because why I say that is not because I don't care about myself. No, it's all the experience I got, mistake I make, or whatever I go through to make me become today Donald. Because the experience will give you the opportunity to grow. If I just go back and tell myself, hey, don't do this, don't do this. I'm one of those people. I'm sure some of the people are like that too. I need to learn myself. That mistake, if you say, oh, this is a hole in there. Yeah, whatever. I need to go in that hole and dig myself out to learn that experience. Next time I won't jump into that hole.
Kind of like embracing your mistakes and learning from them.
Yeah, you learn from your mistake. You learn from the mistake you make or experience you got. If Laurie or Floral Supply didn't ask me to do a show many years ago, I would never learn how to become a show designer. So I'm grateful to have that experience to make me grow. So every experience I got, no matter what, it's a bad experience or good experience, you still learn. So I'm grateful to those people give me a bad experience or give me like bad experience. I love it because of course that time you feel like why you do this, but that's what you learn, how to do things differently.
So I guess this kind of transitions as well too. On your website, you have a slogan that says "Be a voice, not an echo." Can you explain what this means to you and what you hope others take from it?
That is, flower is totally as a tools for you to totally and completely express yourself. That's what I mean is everyone can be their own style, can be create their own style. And for be a voice, not an echo. I want you to create your own style, to not just follow people. That's what I tried so hard that many years to do. Of course, when you first started, of course, you have to copy something. Even for me, if I learn a new style, I have to copy a few times to become your second nature, to become your style. So do you have to learn the new style? So, but what I'm saying is, for certain levels, for a certain time, you have to figure it out yourself. How can you become the voice, not an echo? How can you show people identity in the industry? Who is Donald, or who is Peter, or who is Mary? You have to kind of know, when they saw this arrangement, they know it's what Donald make. So I want you to identify yourself, not just only keep following people, what they do. Because trends every year is different, or every 3 years different. So you keep following, you just basically chasing the trends, not setting the trends.
I appreciate your response and explaining that, because I think it ties well into how you answered the last question where you said nothing for advice. It kind of ties into that whole finding your own way, finding your own path, and, you know, setting your own style and your own trends. I think that's good advice. You know, like, you have to make those mistakes and figure out what your style is. And like you said, once you figure out what your style is, it's not so hard to set the trends.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that's cool. I like that. Be a voice, not an echo. I think that's a
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you a lot.
Yeah, it's a nice little quote there. Yeah. Yeah, it says a lot. It says a lot in a short sentence.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So based on that, like, where do you find creativity then if you're setting the trends? Like, well, what do you look to for creativity?
Sometimes it's just simple as you walk out to the park and enjoy the nature. Each person have a different creativity sense. So they can take out from different elements surrounding. I tend to be drawing from building. I like architect. I like shape. I like form. So when you're looking for my website or looking for my social media, you see my picture is always have form and shape in it. I like that. So you will see my signature style, kind of that kind of style. So, but every person have a different way to draw the creativity or idea. Sometimes you can look at the branch from the park when you're walking on the park. Oh, this is an interesting shape of the branches. So I can create something with it, and I can draw the idea from it. Nature is the source for you. Look around, not just look, see it.
We were talking about before, your energy that you bring into your designing process comes out in your arrangement. Would you say when you go out for a walk, you can pull the energy from your surroundings and kind of put that into your arrangement as well? Like, if you're outdoors and you're in nature, you have this really, like, kind of whimsical vibe, you can kind of take that energy and into your design.
Exactly. Yeah. Just like you just want to do a spring arrangement, look like a nature. So like a vegetative design. So it's right there. So it's easy. So you don't need to like, oh, how can I do the vegetative design? Just look for the flower growing. It's look like nature.
Yeah. Just go into more of Donald outside forestry. What are your passions outside of flowering and creating designs and arrangements?
Fall design is my absolute work, jobs, and hobby. But outside of that, I like to do photography. I like traveling. I like meeting people. I like outdoor. I'm not a sport guy, as you know. I'm not, not big. But but I like nature. I like draw inspiration. So that's why I always like to go walk around, hiking. But I like traveling. I want to see things. I want to see places instead of hearing someone talking about it. And I like capture the moment. Yeah. Yeah.
So what's next for Donald? What do you have on plan next?
I will continue doing sharing for my website, for my do shows, but the next things I will more concentrate on my YouTube channel. I want to make better video and I want to share more idea for my audience, and because it's keep growing my YouTube channel. So and I love doing video. So that's probably my 2023 concentrations and educations. I love sharing. So education is one of my biggest things in 2023.
Yeah. So my last question, it's more of a question we ask everyone we interview. It's more, you can have fun with it. But Donald, what is your favorite flower and why?
Okay, everyone I'm sure have their own favorite flowers. And I have my favorite go-to flowers or go-to material, but I try not to, as a designer, as a flower designer, I try not to just concentrate on one flowers, because if I have favorite flowers, that will be my go-to flowers and never learn how to use different flowers. As a flower designer, I treat flowers as a tool for me. Like I said, truly express myself totally and completely. So I like to work with every flowers because every flowers have their own beauty. So I want to, as a designer, to show people all the beauty of the flowers as I can. So I try not to have my favorite flowers. So every flowers is my favorite flowers because I want to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I guess
So
every flower is beautiful in its own way.
Just like human being. Every person have their personality, have their good or bad. You just need to know how to deal with it.
That's a good answer. And yeah, interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I guess that's all the questions I had for you, Donald. We at Floral Supply appreciate you coming on and chatting with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We'll see more of Donald throughout the year. He is, as I mentioned, our 2023 featured florist, and you'll see him in some upcoming social media content. You'll see him in our fall and holiday catalog. We're going to be working closely with Donald.
We did a lot of great things. We did a lot of social media reel, Instagram reel. So make sure you look for it and stay tuned and coming up.